What's going on? It's Alexander here, back for the final chapter of Dragon Age Inquisition. I was doing the war table operations, and this popped up, and I felt like I needed to bring it in, you know? Filiani, your Inquisition is working with the Crows. I ask only because I may have removed one of the assassins from your employ. If I'd known the man was yours, I would have at least let him finish the contract. No matter, allow me to make it up to you. You know I would do a much better job than the Crows, and I am far more pleasing to work with. No, as a favor to a friend, I'll charge only a fraction of the price. Zevran Arine? How did I pronounce that name? Zevran was a companion who was part of the Antivan Crows who was sent to kill you in Origins. And yes, he was still a companion despite killing you. Not a long story. He fails, you let him live, he joins you, or you could just kill him. And I do believe he was. Well, all the companions are like good friends with the warden in my state. But all right, here's why we finally switched to him while nominally maintaining our alliance with the Crows. Killing one of our other assassins, we are stuck with the Crows. No. We're going with Liliana's here. That is not a matter up for discussion. You want to make sure real quick before we get started with the final thing. Assassin, acquired schematic. Okay, nope. See, I could wait till that's done. Probably be a good idea to wait. I'm not going to. I want to get right into this. 10. The Exalted Council. The Council will lock off all other areas and plots and jump to 944 Dragon, 2 years after the death of Corypheus. There is no going back from this point. Corypheus dead, and the threat of Fade Rifts and Demons waning. Both Relay and Ferelden have begun to raise questions about the future of the Inquisition. Divine Victoria has promised to shield the Inquisition from political matters for as long as possible. Eventually, she plans to call the Exalted Council, a chance to determine the role and possibly the fate of the Inquisition. Call it. Call the council. Tell you you're ready, Inquisitor. Well, let's go. The Winter Palace outside Halam Sharal. Thanks to Divine Victoria's negotiate with the ambassadors, we are ready to depart at your convenience. Let's go. Time we finish wrapping this up.
Another parade, another bloody negotiation.
Smiles, everyone. We must be careful how we present ourselves.
Why did Divine Victoria call the Exalted Council? She's kept Orlais from bothering us for the last 2 years.
At increasing political cost, yes. She has done all she can, but the Exalted Council has become necessary. Orlais would control us, and based on their many marriage proposals, they have specific plans for you.
I was like, damn it.
Our real concern is Ferelden. They would see us disbanded entirely.
Why? We saved their asses from demons. Then again, they do tend to forget fairly easily.
Inquisitor, it has been too long. I hope the years have been kind to you.
How have you been, Mother Giselle?
I spent last summer in Emprise de Lyon, distributing food sent from the Exalted Plains. The Dales are finally recovering.
Corypheus left a great deal of damage for us to repair. I appreciate your efforts.
And I yours, your worship. I should mention that your forces at Suladin Keep were of great help. Please give my compliments to Baron Deschedin. Divine Victoria asked me to greet you on her behalf. She is currently attending to the Ferelden ambassador's concerns.
How do you think Divine Victoria has done these last 2 years?
It is hardly for me to say, Inquisitor.
With respect, that's never stopped you before, Mother Giselle.
Victoria has proven adept at winning allies with both her intelligence and her faith. It is a blessing in these trying times. We are lucky to have her.
You can probably just call her Liliana in private conversation.
You can, Inquisitor. I prefer to use her divine name. Our last divine once joked about why I insisted upon calling her Justinia. She called it my way of reassuring her that I had not completely forgotten who was in charge.
I'll speak to Divine Victoria.
I believe she would appreciate that, your worship. The divine sees the good that you can do and have done. Duke Cyril will wish to greet you on behalf of Olay. I believe he is currently speaking with the Tevinter ambassador. Many of your friends have returned as well. I hope you have a chance to speak with them before the Exalted Council begins.
The Imperium sent an ambassador.
Yes, your worship. Dorian Pavas has taken the chance to return from Tevinter.
Ah, Dorian's
It will be
gotten a
good
big
to
one.
see him again. I owe him my apology. I allowed my distrust of Tevinter to cloud my judgment. He took a great risk coming to help us, and deserved better treatment.
You're going to apologize? To Dorian?
I have little patience for those who cannot admit they were wrong, your worship. Myself included. I will have to make my apologies somewhere public. He will want an audience for his reaction.
Who has returned for the Exalted Council?
Your dwarven friend, Master Tetras. For one, I understand he spent much of the last few years in Kirkwall. I believe Sir Blackwall has returned as well, although he now uses the name Tom Ranier. Enjoy time with them while you can, your worship. I doubt you will have the chance once the Exalted Council is underway.
Thank you, Mother Giselle.
Your worship, a final question, if I may. This Exalted Council, Ferelden would have the Inquisition disband. Olay sees its power as another feather in a chevalier's helmet. What do you wish to do with the Inquisition?
Disband, I agree. Honestly?
Corypheus is dead. We accomplished what we set out to do. If we're not needed any longer, and if it can be done peacefully, it may be time for the Inquisition to disband.
Thank you. Maker watch over you, Inquisitor. I will not keep you any longer.
But yeah, like if we're not needed and like shit won't hit the fan, I see no reason for us to stick around. All right. Let's go meet with everyone.
Might be something here.
It's so good to see you, darling. I've been fielding Orlesian diplomats all afternoon.
Have they given you trouble?
Not at all. It is quite alarming. It means they are all saving themselves up for later. Would you walk with me? I should like to take some air before the Exalted Council becomes inescapable. The palace has been most accommodating. We are, after all, here at their insistence. But the ministers may... No. No more talk of the council. This meeting was to spend time with you in a more relaxed fashion.
Is this in your daily notes? 3 to 4 o'clock, idle chat with the Inquisitor.
Of course not. Not precisely. The truth is, there is a small entertainment happening tonight, to which I may be able to find a pair of invitations.
You'd like me to go with you?
Very much so. In all the years you worked with Orlais, you had so little time to enjoy its culture.
Perhaps you're right. These meetings and talks don't allow for much leisure time.
And then back to Skyhold without a moment's pause to take in where we are. Sometimes, I'm afraid I do not make enough time for you, my love. Please, come with me tonight.
If it makes you happy, how can I refuse?
Oh, wonderful. I was worried we wouldn't find the time. The past years have been so busy. We have earned at least a few moments of rest.
A calm night out sounds...
Oh, bravo! Bravo!
This was your idea of a restful evening.
Oh, wasn't it lovely? It's been so long since I've gone to the opera. But tell me, did you enjoy the performance?
The performance pales in comparison to the lovely lady I saw it with.
You are sidestepping the question.
Love leaves my tongue tied.
Well, in that case, I suppose allowances can be made.
Alrighty. Dear Maxwell, just for the last few years. Maxwell, Commander Cullen has reviewed the soldiers. I have written and received so many letters from their Legion Court. Our birds particularly blot out the sun. About the sun, we are as prepared for this exalted council as we will ever be. I know this past year has been full of formal meetings. Goodness knows I have attended many myself. No one truly tests the alliances and friendships we have worked so hard to build. Take courage, darling, and please visit me before we begin the exalted council. It would make me so happy to see you. Not in the last 2 years. Inquisitor, thank you so much for your kind inquiries. I am doing very well, although I have been quite busy. Like the new staff for my apartments at the Grand Cathedral has taken me so much longer than expected, and if you wouldn't mind, I would like to borrow Scout Harding for a few weeks to help me find more nugs. I cannot possibly hire anyone to a permanent position without first observing them in a room full of baby nugs. And all the litters I have on hand are nearly full grown. In any case, I will see you at the helm. Sure, I'll tell the Liliana. Cole in Alaska's Inquisitor suggestion regarding the young man Cole was excellent. He displays an uncanny ability to locate missing people. Council forces held our agents, and we feared they would be killed if we approached. Cole was able to reach them without being detected. While he has been less useful overall at extracting intelligence, I have learned to trust his instincts about whether a target is trustworthy or malicious. For your request, I have limited his assistance to rescue operations or attacks on clearly hostile forces. Whatever magic lives in the young man's mind, it would be poorly severed by the less pleasant necessities of our work. His remarks about my family, while not germane to the mission at hand, were also quite greatly appreciated. Yours, Charter. All right, let's go meet with everyone else who showed up. See how everybody's been getting along, you know? First, Grand Enchanter. Grand Enchanter Lozari Harden was the first leader of the Circle of Magi. 120 Divine. After Harden distinguished himself in battle during the Second Blight, Emperor Drakon himself endorsed him for the position. From all accounts, the Grand Enchanter performed admirably, but some speculate Harden was a second choice. Drakon had another mage with connections to the Inquisitor and Meriden in mind for the job. Tellingly, these debates are based on a half-finished letter to an army captain in the guest list of a party where Meriden and the Emperor were in attendance. If any proof ever existed, it likely does. The ideal's merits should be treated as such for scholarship's sake. From a short period of relates most excellent, inspiring history by Lord. It was published in 935 Dragon. I have a feeling we'll need that later. For what? Don't know. But I have a feeling we're going to need it. They wouldn't just give us a random dog treat for no reason. Barrick!
The Prince of Starkhaven wrote to you again.
Of course he did. Just put that one in the pile with letters from the Merchants Guild.
And the captain of the city guard had a very colorful message for me to deliver to you as well.
Hey, how's it going?
Inquisitor, Andraste's ass, am I ever glad to see you.
And the Inquisitor comes to the rescue once again.
Is that what you call it?
This is Bran Caven. Until recently, he was the Viscount
Provisional Viscount.
of Kirkwall.
And what are you doing now?
I have resumed my post as seneschal now that Master Tethras has been elected Viscount.
Well,
You're
damn!
the Viscount of Kirkwall now.
Well, it seems the two of you have a great deal to discuss. Why don't I just leave you to it?
So, it turns out you fund enough reconstruction efforts in a city-state, the nobles give you the worst job they can think of.
That's fantastic. You'll make an excellent Viscount.
I think the nobility figured, after Dumar and Perrin, what's the worst that could happen if we put the dwarf in charge? They voted me in because I got the harbor and businesses up and running again. They want shit fixed, and I can do that. Anyway, I was hoping I'd catch you before the summit got underway. I got you a sort of present. It's official recognition of your title and holdings in Kirkwall. Congratulations. You're a compt now.
You can't actually do that without...
Too late. Already did it. You should stop by Hightown sometime to see your estate. It's pretty nice. For Kirkwall, anyway.
Proper disposition of empty estates is supposed to...
You were leaving us to talk, remember?
Why does this make me nervous? What's all this for?
This is possibly too much, Varric. I don't know what to say.
That's nothing. Practically nothing. Don't mention it. Oh, that reminds me. It's the key to the city.
You can't give it away without approval from the council and a special ceremony.
It's just symbolic anyway.
It controls one of the giant chain nets in the harbor.
Really? That is so much better than I thought.
Yeah, try.
Thank you. I'm touched. A little bit horrified by this key now, but still touched.
Please don't give anything else away.
I don't know how this council thing is going to end for the Inquisition. But whatever gets decided, you've got a place lined up in Kirkwall if you want it. Also, control of the harbor, I guess. Anyway, you should meet with the diplomats. And we'll get in a game of Wicked Grace before I go back, though, right?
I
Absolutely.
wouldn't miss it.
Don't bet any public buildings this time.
Who do we got over here in this group? Another dog treat. Skin like gauze across the sky, I sigh and fall on evening's lakes, the pools of which deep as your eyes, and eyes of which pierce like wakes, drakes, heartaches, cakes. Make her hope, my lady's patient. Must be on the other side of this wall. Seems where everybody's at, actually. Well, most everybody. Black wall. Well, really quick before we talk to him. Okay, there's like 13 seconds left. I'm going to go and end this here. thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one where we continue catching up with our old friends.